Hello, guys. Welcome to another Sportscast. Today is February 6, 2018. We're still discussing our Super Bowl recap, and we have Ryan Christa on the line. Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Hey, Santiago. Nice talking to you again.
So tell me, what you thought about the Super Bowl?
It was different than I thought. I knew both offenses not this many points, and I didn't think it would be so wide open. It kind of reminded me of Saturday afternoon watching college football. Spread offenses, up tempo. Just a lot of plays. I mean, it was an exciting game to watch because usually the Super Bowl teams play close to the vest. It was refreshing to see, especially the Eagles, not play to lose, but play to win. Especially, you can tell by the way they went for their trick play, especially at the end of the half. It was just a fun game to watch, and Tom Brady throws for 500 yards, no picks, just one turnover and he loses. It was just a fun Sunday night.
It was a high-scoring match, and you're right. It was very college football-esque. Not much punting either.
No, I don't think the Patriots punted one time.
Yeah, it's incredible how how the Eagles went. They went on fourth down, which was a key play of the game.
Yeah, that was in. I was watching the game and I thought to myself, just punt the ball. You got time. You can give them a chance to make a play, but that's why Doug Peterson makes the big bucks, I guess. Make big boy play calls. Like I said, he coached to win the game, not to lose the game.
There was. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Santiago.
There was two controversial. Go ahead, Ryan.
The other keys I thought in the game were, a couple of times in the first half, the kicking trouble, especially with Gostkowski. Well, I think is maybe one of the best kickers in the league, maybe one of the best kickers of all time, struggling so much, basically it's at 4 points off the board. Those 4 points could have been key in the game, and those are almost like turnovers. When you drive so far and you don't get points, those are big turning points in the game.
I believe the place kicker was the fault of that.
The field goal early on in the game, it was a bad snap, and kickers are creatures of habit. They don't like to be thrown off their rhythm, and he had to wait about half a second. He could never get his footing right, and the ball just tailed off and hit the crossbar. That's kicks at almost that distance, especially in the NFL. You basically put the points on before the play even happens.
Now, there were two controversial plays that happened on the game. Let's go for the first one. The Corey Clement catch. Was that a touchdown or not?
First, I like to say that was one heck of a throw, right?
It was.
They both put it between three people. The catch, it's all up to interpretation. I saw it as a catch because I thought he had control, and when he initially caught it, and then he was able to get the 2 feet down. Well, some people, thought he was still juggling it as he, as he was going out of bounds and wasn't able to get both feet down. It's a matter of opinion. They called it a touchdown on the field, so there wasn't enough to overturn it. If they called it incomplete, they probably would have stayed incomplete. It's kind of a matter of, your preference. If you wanted the Patriots to win, it was a bad call. If it was, as a neutral fan, I thought it was the right call.
Yeah, his left foot, I thought stepped out of bounds. I think he didn't have full control. You think that left foot was the issue?
It was. It's a matter of, I thought he initially, when he caught the ball, when the ball hit his hands, I thought he had enough control of it to consider it a catch. But then, a matter of opinion, was he still juggling it after, when he regained possession of it fully, his left foot did go up. But I don't think he lost enough of control to consider it incomplete. The refs, that's kind of the way the refs perceived it, I believe, that he didn't lose enough of the control of the ball to have to redo his feet.
Now, the second controversial play was the Zach Ertz catch where he bobbled it and then came into the end zone and just, had control. And, I thought it was a touchdown. I thought once the ball crosses over the touchdown line, it is a touchdown.
Was it Groundhog Day or what? Because I felt like we just talked about this only a couple weeks ago in the sports world. It brings it back to that Sunday afternoon game between the Patriots and Steelers where Jesse James catches the ball almost identically to that, catches it, tries to reach the ball looking for a touchdown. The ball comes out. Referees say he never had enough control because they consider him still a receiver of the ball until he hits the ground. In this case, I think Ertz caught the ball, ran 6 yards, dove. I think that was the right call because he proved to me enough he wasn't just a receiver; he was the runner of the ball. What the referees are looking for is that when he dove, is he being hit by the player or is he diving in his own free will? Because if he's saying he's still receiving the ball and McCourty hits him, then he's still considered a receiver of the ball in that terms that he's, hasn't fully got the ball yet, and once the ball hits the ground, it's incomplete. The referee says, he caught the ball, made a football move, and dove for the end zone. So therefore, it's touchdown. Again, I think if they called it incomplete on the field, it would have stayed incomplete. Because there wasn't enough evidence one way or the other. It was kind of those 50-50 calls. You got to trust the judgment of the referees.
Now, they say they're going to remove the no catch rule. You think that could resolve these type of issues?
It would, but I think, who are the sports talk writers or sports hosts, whatever, because it's going to give them something to talk about. But as a fan, it drives us crazy because I can watch a game and, watch 2 identical plays this year, and one we call a catch and one call the non-catch. There's just so much gray area in the rule book. You go back to, the Des Bryant catch in the playoffs a couple of years ago, or lack of catch that referees called against the Packers. There's no clear way of defining a catch, and that just kind of drives everybody crazy. We, as sports or football fans, we just want to know what's a catch. Roger, let us know, what is a catch?
Now, if these 2 plays ran in college football, how would college football rule this?
They would both be considered catches. It's once you have possession to make a football move, they consider you automatically a runner, and you don't have to come to the ground. As they say, come to the ground with the ball. And that kind of drives me crazy that, a guy to catch the ball, keep his feet in the bounds, be pushed, and 20 yards out of bounds, the ball slips out, and he hits the ground, and that's incomplete. In college, that's a catch. It's a lot more simpler.
Now, there's been talks about why was Malcom Butler left off the roster. Do you think he made a difference not being in the game?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The guy plays 98% of the plays in the season, and then all of a sudden you're throwing a guy who's not a regular out there playing against high-quality receivers and the quarterback playing top, playing a great game. It definitely made a difference. Why he wasn't playing, we don't know. They're going to say it's because of a game plan which doesn't make any sense, because if a guy plays the most plays on your team in the most critical game of the season he's not playing, it has to be a discipline issue.
Yeah, I was reading that he violated a team code. I think he had a girl sleep over his hotel room or something. And I think he was battling injuries, but it wasn't major. He could have played anyways.
Yeah. Everybody's battling injuries. They've been playing a whole season of football. No one's 100%. And he played it. He practiced all week. He played every snap against the Jaguars. It was definitely a team rule that he broke. That's for sure. It would have made a difference in the outcome of the game. I think I'm not going to say the Eagles would have won, but it would have been a lot harder. That's for sure. They basically had to switch around the coverage. They had to put Gilmore all every down on Jeffries, and that's going to allow Zach Ertz, some regular, to go against second tier coverage.
Also, the absence of Brandon Cooks when he got injured early, that also affected the Patriots.
I think it had an effect, but I honestly the way that the way didn't really start the Patriots in the second half. All but they scored that touchdowns in the first three possessions of the second half. So I don't know if that had as much to do. The Patriots, Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels are masters of making adjustments. They're able to get Gronk the ball in the second half. First half, he only had one catch for 9 yards. Second half, the Eagles have no answer for him.
Now, there's been rumors about retirement. Gronk, Belichick, and Brady. Do you think any of those three could retire this summer?
I don't think any of them will. It's a long season. We just had a heartbreaking game. You're going to be a little bit more. You're going to say some things that probably aren't going to be true. A couple weeks down the road, a couple months down the road. It's a violent game. Everybody has the right to step away whenever they want. All those players have been well compensated and have probably enough money to live the rest of their lives. Belichick, what more can he accomplish? He's got 5 Super Bowls. Brady's got 5 Super Bowls. You never say never, but I just don't think they would ever leave with a better taste in their mouth after this game. I would say they more have to retire if they won the Super Bowl than after losing a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, a lot will happen next year. I think it's do or die next year for Brady, and then if Brady goes out, I think Belichick will follow him as well.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago there was a big story on ESPN saying that there's a lot of disagreement between Brady and Belichick and Robert Kraft about how they dealt with the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. Belichick wanted to keep him. Brady, didn't want him looking over his shoulder. What really happened, I don't know. Was there really that big disagreement? People are saying yes, but we really don't know because we really weren't there. So it's all hearsay.
And we'll never know because they keep things very tight-lipped. They're one of the best. And
yes, it's Fort Foxborough over there at Gillette Stadium. No one knows what really goes on. And that's really what makes them great because all we can really say is skepticism that we get from the journalists in Boston, but they really don't know because they're now privy to go, get the inside information, and that's just the mystique of the Patriots, and probably why there's this anti-Patriots sentiment because there's really just this, we really don't know what makes the Patriots so good because everything's kept lock and key over there.
Also, have you ever seen the Facebook special on Time versus Tom? And
I have not yet. It's something I probably going to check out in the off season.
You see a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I'm surprised that they were able to show. You see Tom Brady calling Belichick on the phone, hey, how about this play? This play looks bad, and then he talks to his coordinator. There's a lot of Brady has a lot of power. You would be surprised.
Oh, no doubt. He's earned the right to have some power. He's the face of the franchise. He's single-handedly almost won multiple Super Bowls, or put him in a position every year to win the Super Bowl. And I'm not always, big on players, running organizations, but Tom Brady definitely has a right to, privy to inside information before things get out. That's for sure.
He'll still be the GOAT no matter what happened this past weekend.
Whether you like him or not, he is the GOAT, Santiago.
Have you heard of anything on the Kirk Cousins situation?
Nothing yet. Give it some time. Once the league year officially starts in March, and you can you'll see some movement. The only thing I'm hearing is the chances are higher right now. The Redskins will franchise Kirk Cousins again, so they can actually trade him. The only problem is that would make him an extremely highly paid player if they franchise him, and not every organization is going to want to take on that huge salary.
I'm hearing the Jets can afford him.
They can afford him, and honestly, Santiago, if they get Kirk Cousins, and that's the Kirk Cousins that, we've seen the last couple of years, they're definitely a very formidable team in the AFC. They got a great defense. They're going to have to put some better wide receivers out on the field, but, they can make that their free agency in the draft, and I think they can be extremely competitive.
Yeah, it'll probably make the AFC East more interesting than before, but, that's all the time we have. Thanks a lot, Ryan, for coming on the Sportscast.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Santiago. Have a good day.